Blackbird Spyplane. Inaugural Friday Fiasco.
Natural style podcasting. Shout out Rachel Trashcan Jean De Leon.
Should I set the vibe real quick?
Please do.
Should I pull up with a stick?
This is the only way I'm ever going to want a podcast ever again.
It's
so
incredibly
chill.
comfy.
I wonder if like that's because you're here versus like
Yeah.
if it was somebody else.
You bring a gentleness to the throwing fits to the goddamn motherfucking boys. That I think is like a refreshing, like dinner last night and hangout after was like with anybody else could have gone left. It was still a great fucking time. Did you have a favorite dish at Servos?
Yeah, Servo's great. Thank you guys again.
Our
These
pleasure,
guys-
brother.
These guys know how to treat an out-of-town visitor. A king returning to his ancestral
All right,
land.
there's a place called Dime Square.
Yeah.
Ever heard of it? You're like, yeah, I just got martini with Dean Kissick.
Shout out Dean.
Yeah, Servo's is great, man. I think, for me, it is hard to, it's so simple, but those fried shrimp heads are hard to argue with.
Yeah.
Those are the best, dude. And
It's,
that cabbage was crazy.
The cabbage.
I'm not
rocked.
normally a cabbage
Cabbage
man,
rocked.
but that
It's
hit.
it's not rare, but it's like, you can probably count it on two hands, like the number of restaurants that have like the vibe and the food at 10.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of them. And people always are like, oh, Servos overrated or like whatever, been there, done that. And it still fucking hits every time for me.
People
Yeah.
say overrated?
Not overrated, but just like
Gets talked about.
it's been
a lot.
around for a minute.
Sure.
But I know there's classics. It's like I was in LA recently and hit up Little Dom's, which is one of these spots that, just like
Classique.
I realized I've been going there just wild, but like almost 20 years now.
Wow.
Since they opened. And I was like, this shit is still good. I don't give a fuck if it's like happening, if it's popping, if it feels like a cliche to go to Little Dom's. Shit is great.
Yeah.
So Servos, they're on that path.
Consistency is key.
It is. It is.
Really.
And one question I want to ask you. So we went to Clando's after just for a beer, but we stuck around for several beers, several Red Stripes, because we ran into my brother
Mhm.
who immediately told you that he used to pay and no longer does. So
Wow.
Ian, have some decorum.
I think
Oh, really? That was
he
his opener?
Shout out Ian. I think he rectified that this morning.
Oh, no.
He sent me the screenshot. I was
Yo.
like, Ian, what the fuck? Like, do you
Dude.
not? I think he was nervous.
No, he was cool, man.
You got to meet every canceled subscriber and just charm their fucking panties off so they feel guilty the next morning.
Yeah. I'm on a mission to I don't know what I'm mission
Shake
to.
every
Just
hand
shake
and kiss every
hand.
baby.
Shake every
Exactly.
baby, kiss every hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe people can probably hear in my voice that we did have more than one beer at the at the bar after dinner, and also, man, those vodka martinis really just
Well, you were getting dirties, right? Because they
I
have
was
the
getting
50-50, which is awesome.
yeah. I was getting the straight 100% vodka
Tito's?
joints.
Yeah, Tito's.
The Tito's joints, and man, they just really snuck up. And
They do. They tend to do that.
They
you're
go
talking
down
to
so
a
smooth.
You're talking to a shattered man. So I'm a puddle in this comfortable chair, and
You've had a rough go at it.
Oh, dude.
You've had a rough 24 hours in New York. It started off real shitty.
yeah. My
Fuck Lyft. And
fuck
anyone who
Lyft.
love them.
It's like every time I come back here, because I'm from New York, but I've lived in the Bay for almost a decade now, and every time I come back, I mean, it's something I've said to other friends, but like I feel like in like the proverbial romantic comedy where like the fish out of water shows up from the Midwest and immediately like a taxi cab like splashes water on them, a bike
fucking-
messenger says, "Get the fuck out of the way."
You see a bunch of Hasidic Jews, you're like, yo, it's ZZ Top.
You don't move like a mark, though.
Well, apparently I look like a mark to this Lyft driver because I get out of the airport, and actually I acted like a mark in the sense that typically I take the A train, man of the people style,
Right.
rocket from Howard Beach, hop on the AirTran, whatever it is,
Howard Beach Rocket.
Yeah, dude. To the
or
moon,
Rockaway,
dude.
whatever the station is out there, and just kind of ride in on the train.
Neil
I
Armstrong.
like passing through the wetlands. If you don't take the train from JFK, you don't know there's beautiful wetlands there. Anyway, so I come outside and play myself by not taking the train, not taking a yellow cab,
Right.
but hopping in homie's Camry. And he takes me into town and drops me off. And like an hour later, I get an email from Lyft saying you've been assessed an $80 damage charge. I'm like, what the fuck? And so this dude uploaded the same photo twice. This was his evidence of like basically people on Twitter thought that it was Chipotle, like an
It was Chipotle burrito bowl.
It was confirmed Chipotle.
Okay, there we go. So like 24 remaining grains of rice from a Chipotle
Exactly. You could
burrito
count
bowl
them. You could count them for sure.
lying on his carpet with like an empty, compostable, bin or whatever. And so I'm like, so I write back to customer service or whatever. I'm like, no, either this driver's mistaken about which passenger did this, or this is a scam.
Finesse.
And they write back immediately after extensive review, like 2 seconds later, after extensive review, no, you're asked out. You're played. You got
Chipotle was the case that they gave me, dude. You were guilty before proving anything, dude.
You left cursed big tech Bay Area 6,000 miles and still came back to haunt you.
I know, man. I truly. So yeah, I feel like I'm showing up and just moving goofy. Apparently, I don't
That's
know.
a stock photo that he has that he is just using as a scam for any passenger from the airport who's like, oh, out of towner, got their ass.
I think so. And I tried anyway. Yeah, I was messaging with Goose because I posted the photo of the burrito bowl to Twitter, and she's like, I guess we have to take photos, each time we get in and out of a lift now. I was like, or just save a photo of a clean backseat to your camera roll.
Beat him at his own
because it's what this dude is. What this dude's got.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, cancel culture is real. $80 fine culture is real.
Wow, dude.
Man.
But you got to take. I mean, listen, Uber evil, Lyft evil, but come on, you played yourself, dude.
I played
Next time you take a
myself.
city bike in.
I don't know. It's just all these apps, they're like, because I don't blame this dude. Who knows? Maybe his cut's getting a little, rougher. It's these apps, and it's funny that how over the last few years, like all these kind of like, putative disruptors have just been shown to do the same shit that Rose already doing, but just at hyper speed, just making everything worse. They're contradiction.
He's a product of the system.
He's a product of the system. You want that $80 that bad, dude? Enjoy it. Let's see the karmic payback on that.
For real. Dude.
And now the venture capitalists are no longer subsidizing our lives. You got to pay the full 80.
Yeah.
I'm sure it used to be 20.
Yeah. Yep. So, but that's one little blemish on what's otherwise been a.
But not the best way to start the trip.
Yeah.
Well, last night was movie. A question that kind of came to my mind because like people are coming up to you and being like, "Yo, what up? I'm a fan. Nice to meet you." Does that happen to you in the Bay? And like, is that you seemed a little like obviously you're a humble motherfucker. When it happens to us, we're like, "Yo, yeah, whatever." But like, with you, you're just like, "Hey, how are you? Like, nice to meet you." Is it still a novelty to you?
I mean, a little bit. It's cool to it happens in the Bay. With like, I mean, I guess I put my face on Instagram enough, even in the newsletter a lot.
The Bay's also eternally swagless. Not eternally, but currently.
You told us your top
true.
markets, and I believe the Bay was not accounted for in the top 3, right?
No, it's I guess it's number 4. This is extrapolating off like Instagram data because Substack doesn't.
We do the same.
Doesn't give it, but I think it's like sort of New York, London, or LA. I don't remember which one's number 2. And then coming in number 4 is San Francisco.
Coming up the rear like toilet paper.
But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, New York, like the last time I was here, I remember just like, I mean, it's fun. You guys, I'm sure have the exact same experience. You're walking around, someone goes, "Yo, Blackbird Spyplane," and it feels obviously it's like an ego boost, but also it's like, yo, this is sick. This thing that I'm pumping out into kind of a void.
It's being received.
It's connecting.
It's being received. It's being connected. So that like it's evidence of that. And that feels nice.
It puts a battery in your back for sure.
Absolutely.
It's just great to see you just take it, not like in stride, like if it was a negative thing, but yeah, just a humble genius, dude.
We got the Concorde pilot touching down tonight. Jonah, what we on this weekend?
Man, well, tonight we're going to go see the Kate Berlant show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Friend of the newsletter. She did a great interview a couple weeks ago. She's been a comedian that we like for a long time now. So the show's apparently great. I don't know if you guys have seen it or if you're
No, but I've heard that it's fucking awesome.
There's buzz on it, right? People were talking about that.
There was a big thing in the Times, was it? Or someone wrote something.
Yeah.
As they are wont to do.
Yeah. She's been getting a lot of press. She's cool. She has a good podcast too, actually. It's her and this comedian Jacqueline Novak. Not to promo another
I mean, we're behind the paywall. People are paying to hear this, so
there we go. So check out Poog. It's ostensibly about like
Poog?
It's Goop backwards.
Oh,
so it's like ostensibly kind of like a satirical look at like the beauty and wellness industry, but 2 really smart comedians doing it. Anyway, so we're gonna check that out. And the occasion for the trip, besides partying with the goddamn motherfucking boys last night, is partying with my dad, who's turning 80. So we're gonna surprise him.
Did he put that call into Big Walt to let him know that like he can prepare himself mentally and physically for your arrival?
I wanted basically the surprise to kind of like happen when the doorbell rang and his son walks in.
But
my mom, exactly, my mom. But I mean, we were talking about this last night, but my mom, who is French, and so I always have to do her accent. She's like, "Jonah, I think it's a bad idea. Honestly, it's so nice to think about doing a surprise, but practically speaking, I think it's a mistake. Both because, like heart, who knows? You don't want to give the man, a shock, and also just like he's got his mental preparation he needs to do just as a complainy particular old man, So yeah, I'm gonna give him a heads up, a couple hours out.
That's nice of you, dude. What a guy.
Not trying to kill my dad.
No, right,
Yeah.
dude. That would be a bummer.
What a gift.
Happy
the gift
80th
of sweet release.
Yeah, happy 80th birthday, dude. See ya.
Mr.
Deuces.
Weiner.